Hi Stampers, Billy Moan here, Rambling Rose Studios, independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up. Look what we've got today. We have this little spring banner that I made yesterday. I've put it across my fireplace mantle, but it would look good across over a door maybe, or across a mirror. I don't know. Any place you think you might like to put a little spring cheer. In addition to spelling out spring, on each end it has two just plain little banners. So I thought I would show you how to make one of these today, and hopefully that will be enough that you will be able to continue on from there and make yours and it spell out whatever you would like to spell out. I think these would be so cute for a baby shower, or with the baby's name on it, and then gift it to the mom so that she could put it in the baby's room, or for a wedding shower. And oh well, don't get me started. I have all kinds of ideas, but we're going to set this aside and we're going to make one here. So we're going to start out with the Frames Framelit, and we're going to use the largest one. This is the way I store mine, in a notebook with all of them together, with the exception of if it's a stamp set with a framelit to match, I store the framelit inside that storage box for that particular stamp set. So it's always handy. Okay, we're going to bring in the Big Shot here and get one of these cut out. So we've got our magnetic platform here with one cutting platform on top, our paper, the framelit with the cutting edge down and the smooth side up. So we're going to run that through. Okay, and this is what we have. Here's our little framelit, so you can see about what size they are. It's not big, it's not small, it's just right. Okay, so I'm going to move this out of the way for right now. And we're going to take our framelit, and I use for the background. Did you get these when they came out, the banner kit that had the stencils in them? That's what I'm using for the backgrounds. I use these three for backgrounds: the stripes, the chevron, and the polka dots. And I laid them on like this. I'm using pink pirouette here, and this is the way I use my spongers. I staple a little piece of the color on the end so I know what this is. And then I just go ahead and rub over the stencil. Now I know that you're supposed to be able to spritz these stencils. And I tried that, and oh boy, did I make a mess. And so I prefer the sponging method. You can also use the little finger sponge. They work pretty well, but, well, they work just as well as this. But anyway, I think if I was being truthful with you, I'd have to say that I'm a little OCD and a control freak. There you go. And I like to have a lot of control when I'm working. So there you go. I don't spritz. I sponge. All right, so the next thing I would do would, I have this crocheted piece here that Stampin' Up, unfortunately, has retired. But you could use a piece of lace. You know that, that adhesive paper lace that we have? That would work. That would be cute. I just happened to get this out, and I liked it, but I would like that just as well. I know you know what I'm talking about. And everything I did, just about, I used a hot glue on, mainly because I want to use this again next year. And I know that if I don't hot glue, it won't stay together with the heat and humidity here in the south. So there you go. So there we are so far. That's what we've got. Then we're going to do the letter. Now, for the letter, the actual letter part was in the paper pumpkin this month. Do you get paper pumpkin? Oh my goodness, if you don't, you need to sign up. Comes once a month, $19.95. Everything's in there but your adhesive. But in any event, this February, these were the letters in my paper pumpkin, so I used some of these for my banner. But you could easily use the stencil that came with the banner kit, if you have it. If you don't have that, if you've got a Big's Die alphabet, or if you've got just an alphabet stamp, you could stamp it and then punch out your circle. So here's what I did. I used Tombow glue. This little starburst right here was in the paper pumpkin, but you could also use your scalloped circle punch to do this too. But I put all this together with Tombow glue, this little letter disc. So I'm using Pear Pizzazz, Bashful Blue, that's what this is. This is Pink Pirouette. Here's my little letter. I'll put that on there. Okay, there you go. And then I'm going to hot glue that right here. I'm working upside down here, but that's okay. Okay, there you go. So we've got that. All right, now we need to make a flower. So I'm going to bring the Big Shot back in here, and we're going to cut out, I'm going to set that just right to the side here with the glue, the Big Shot back in, and the spiral die is this right here. I hope you have one of those too. I swear, I think I've made hundreds of flowers, but you don't need a platform with this, just your cutting pads. So you sit that in, and you get your paper. What did I do with my paper? Be right back. Can you believe I did that? I usually have everything sitting right here in front of me, but that's okay. We'll work around that. Worst things can happen, right? Worst things. So, all right. So we're going to cut out this flower. So easy. And this is what we have when you bring it out. Easy, easy. So let me move this out of the way. Now, I've done a video on making flowers, and you can go to YouTube and watch that if you want to, but I spray them with water, both sides. It's pretty wet. And then I have these tweezers, and I grab hold of this outside edge, and then I just roll it up. Now you can do a lot of things with these flowers when you cut them out. You can put two together to make a bigger flower. You can lay this cut piece down and sponge around the edges and get, you know, a tipped color on your flower, which is very pretty. You can put two colors together to get a bigger flower. Or you can leave it really tight like that and have just a little bud. But I'm going to set it down and let it open up a little bit. Get my glue gun here. Put glue on that first section. Just about out of glue there. Alright, and then what I do with them while they're still wet, I mean they're pliable, I just start turning them down. And you can take your tweezers and do this and go around, you know, with every petal. Or you can do like me and you can just smush them, for a better word. See? There you go. So there's our flower. And then we're going to make, I've made these for you on a video too. These flowers that I make out of seam binding. You wrap it around your 4 fingers 4 times. Cut it. Pinch it in the middle. Just like that. Take a piece of linen thread. Wrap it around there about 4 times. Get it good and snug and tight. Tied in a knot. Okay, and then just work with it a little bit. Pull all those loops out, open it up, fiddle with it till you get it just like you want it. Okay. Now see, I'm not being the least bit gentle with this. I'm really yanking on it and pulling it. You can't hurt it. So, there you go. So then we would take our little banner that we've made so far and maybe put this up here in the corner with the hot glue and our little bow right underneath it. Now, I like a leaf with mine. Even my burlap blossom wreath I made leaves for. I couldn't stand it. So I've just got like maybe a 2-inch piece of paper here folded in half. I cut, just hand cut, like that. See? I put it in the dots embossing folder and ran it through the Big Shot. So here's my leaf. And then I don't like them to be exactly straight. So I kind of play with them a little bit, see? And then I would put him or her, whatever, like that. And that's it. I mean, when you're working with whatever you need for a name, it takes a little while to get them done and to come up with your colors and everything that you need. But it really does go pretty fast. I think it took me about a little over an hour yesterday to make, and it looks so cute on my fireplace. If you haven't seen the picture, you need to go on my blog. Here it is, and check it out. I hope this inspires you to make a banner for whatever occasion you've got coming up, and you'll have a creation of your own. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you'll come back to see me.